Welcome to another edition of Tim's Take. It is Wednesday, November 26th, day before Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody has a good and safe Thanksgiving weekend. Um, don't eat too much. And make sure that um, you have an opportunity to be around family, you're around family. So, but we're going to dive right in. We're going to talk about the Detroit Lions and how we've done. Last time we left off, we were 7-1. One of the best seasons we've had. But we had a tough game against the Falcons, the Bills, and the Jets. So let's dive right into the Atlanta Falcons game. Um, 45-31 Atlanta. One of the most complete teams I've ever played against. Um, he could do whatever he wanted against me. And Cincyberg, um, he's got a juggernaut of a team. And I mean, just Lowry is a beast, and there's almost no way to stop him. You got to let him get his passes, and he's got Penix rolling. It doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He is definitely a threat to the NFC side. Um, It'll be interesting to see what he does in the playoffs. Um, 480 yards of offense to 459. I led the running battle with 126 to 80, but he threw 400 yards on me to 333, 21 first down, 24, one turnover by me, and time possession. I had a 3-minute time of possession advantage, but this game we couldn't even try to keep it close. This was 21-10 at halftime. Um, and he just shut me down in the third quarter. Got some momentum in the fourth quarter and been able to try to put some numbers up, but it's pretty much garbage time, and we're just hanging along for the ride. 406 yards, 5 touchdowns by Penix. I mean, 25 for 28, only 3 incomplete passes. I mean, you're going to win a lot of games that way. You're going to dominate. Even Fargas had a pretty decent day, 21 for 33, 364, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, but it wasn't enough to keep up. Gibbs, 10 carries for 71. I stopped his running game a little bit. Bolden got 62 yards. Um, I'll take 8 for 20 for Bijan Robinson. He was unable to get going on that. I wasn't pretty much able to get anything going on anybody else. Um, but like I said, Lowry, 14 catches, 194, 4 touchdowns. I mean, have a game. This guy is a beast. I I can't wait for him to retire. I think that was my first words I said to him after the game. Um, is he going to retire after the season? Because give him a jacket, let him ride out to the sunset, have somebody new. But there's there's not much you're going to do against him. St. Brown 7 for 102. I got Tesla going for 2 for 89. One was a deep 73-yard touchdown late in the game, so um, I got lucky on a big deep shot. But definitely had some success passing, but when you're trying to play catch up the whole entire game, you got to make stops, and we just did not make any stops. Jesse Bates, 12 tackles, one for a loss. I think the one play that stood out the most to me was Gibbs going in for the end zone early in the game. And as he went to the end zone, Bates knocked the ball loose and he recovered a fumble in the end zone. He was already up 7-0, so a chance to tie the game quickly turned into him with the ball. And next thing I know, I'm down 14-0 when I was just seconds away from tying the game. So it's crazy how games can turn around like that. Sacks, Trice 1.5, Walker 1 sack, Coleman 1 sack, Marquise Thomas a sack. Xavier Watts. I mean, he pressured me. Nobody had an interception. The big turnover that I had was big because it was on its way for a touchdown. So that's pretty much all I got in that game. And we play Cincyberg. Good luck. We had a bye week next, and we had a big showdown against the Buffalo Bills. This was an offensive explosion between the two teams. 49-46. We come out victorious, but there's no defense in sight in this game. 521 yards of offense to 411, 231 rushing yards to 129, 290 passing yards to 282, 29 first downs to 19, one turnover each, but each team. Time possession 26 minutes for me, 17 for him. Fargas 307, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 19 for 27. I'll take that any day. Jared Allen 282, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had a pretty strong game as well. Gibbs 14 carries for 110. Gibbs started to heat up, and I like the running the holes I'm getting for the running game. It's really helping my offense attack. 1 touchdown for him. Even Montgomery 12 carries for 73 and a touchdown. Pacheco 12 for 52 with a touchdown. So doing really well running the ball. JMO 6 for 157. I caught JMO towards the end of the game when I was down and delivered a crossing pattern. And I found JMO and he took it to the house for a big 65-yard touchdown. Tyson's a beast. You have to watch him because he's so quick. He's all over the field. Stanton caught a short screen and took it to the house. I mean, he's got speed. He does. He has got speed all over the field. And so if you don't have a speed to match up, you're in trouble. And even though I do have some speed defended back, I don't have as much to cover everybody. So he was able to pick me apart. Bishop 15 tackles, Ben for 11. Lions' top one was Arnold, Campbell, and Ford. Well, Hancock and Russo both got a sack. No sacks by me. Harrison and Kirby Joseph got picks. So, big win because this game could have gone either way. If you look at the scoreboard, 14 to 7. We're down 24 to 21 at halftime. We roared back in the third quarter, and then it was a back and forth in the fourth quarter. And pretty much, I had the ball. I scored. He had some time to go back, but he threw his pick at that moment, and that was all that she wrote. So we next played the New York Jets, and 42 to 28 beatdown we did. Very offensive game. Game offensively went back and forth. I mean, really, the score does not indicate how close this game really was. If he limited the turnovers, he would have had more of a fighting chance. But he tore me apart passing. 479 yards of offense to 471. He led the way. 310 rushing yards to 196. We were able to run the ball. Pass 283 for him. I only passed for 161. I didn't need to pass that much because the running game was so dominant. We were just able to lean on the running game. 25 first down to 21. No turnovers by us all game. 4 for him. Like I said, that was the big difference. But look at time possession. He had the ball 25 minutes, and I had it for 18. Fargas, only 12 for 17. 2 touchdowns, 170. Fields passed for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, though. But the star of the game by far was Jahmyr Gibbs. I was able to break out a couple of deep runs, one to put the game away. on 9 carries for 249, 2 touchdowns. Mayberry is a beast of a running back, 12 carries for 129 and a touchdown. Montgomery 8 for 42 and a touchdown. So Arian Smith. Arian Smith was all over the field catching 5 catches for 112 and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson 9 for 96. St. Brown led my way with 5 and 56. Laporta 3 for 55. Both had a touchdown. And even Kelsey here. Um, there was a couple plays where Fields sailed the ball. One was targeted to Kelsey. Brian Branch was in the right place at the right time. So there are some uh, unorthodox bad and gods working against him, but sometimes that luck happens. We had a similar play to the Falcons game where we were running towards the end zone, um, and the ball fumbled right before we crossed the goal line. But this time, St. Brown was the one that leaned on the ball, covered it up, and ended up being a touchdown. So sometimes it's better to be lucky than not. Kirby Joseph, 11 tackles. Jack Campbell with 10. Hutchinson with a sack. Thomas with a sack. Quinn Williams with a sack. Kirby Joseph with a sack with a pick. Brian Branch with a pick. So really happy with the outcome we did. Not turning the ball over or in 4 picks. So we are 9-2. Who would have thought we'd be 9-2 at this moment after last season? We have a game later on today against the Washington Commanders. He is also 9-2, so this is a big NFC game for both teams. Just figure out where we're going in the playoffs. He's still trailing the Dallas Cowboys, who are 12-0. After the Commanders, we play the division rivals, the Vikings and the Bears, both at Ford Field. Before we head to the road for 3 straight against Tampa Bay, Chicago, and Carolina. So a lot of season left to play, but a lot of goals are in our grasp. We have a commanding lead in the division race. We're looking to keep it going, solidify our playoff seed. Currently, right now, we are the 3rd seed. The Cowboys would be the top seed, 12-0. The Falcons, 9-2. Commanders, but they're going to probably be the 5th seed right now, the way things are going, because they're not going to win the division. We would slide into the 3 seed. And who would have thought the Seattle Seahawks, Meek Boy over there, would be the 4th seed in the NFC. So a lot of games still have to be played, but it should be very exciting for a playoff race. As it currently stands, that I think the cutoff is right around here. Who makes the playoffs, who doesn't. So there's a lot of good teams. There's potential of good overall record being left out of the playoffs. That's where we currently stand. We're having a balanced attack of passing and running. A little hang on tight with our defense, but we're winning, we're finishing games. We're closing games out. That's what we need to do. So, like I said before, everybody have a good holiday weekend. Enjoy yourself, just not too much. And see you next time.